Ik sta hier met Soledge bij de June Blue met een event rondom het streamingsysteem van Soledge. Soledge is Frans, dus het interview gaat in het Engels. So, introduce yourself.
Thank you, nice to meet you. I'm Raphaël Bini from Soledge Company, based in the south of France. So we are here today to demonstrate our products at the June Blue event in the Netherlands. So Soledge, what we propose is a new way of listening to music, basically. With our Canto range, which is composed of 3 products right now. We have Maestro, which is a music server.
Yeah, that's the big unit with the display.
Big unit with the motorized display, touchscreen. It's a house center for music contents, in fact. And you have receivers, which are finally network receivers, able to receive music coming from Maestro. You have an amplified receiver, which is tenor, and you have
that's one unit. It's
a vertical unit.
Yeah, it's stereo.
It's a stereo mono mode. I will explain later why. And we also have Alto, which is a network converter. The idea behind that being to connect it to either a power amp directly or an integrated amplifier, just like
that's this little small unit. It's new, isn't it?
It's a brand new one. So rapidly, what Soledge proposed is a new way of listening to music and to use, in fact, its musical contents. Getting back to 2006 was the beginning of the project.
It's 8 years old?
So it's quite old, almost 9 years old, sorry. And it was an audiophile project at the base. The idea being removing all my CD collection to get rid of all these boxes and having a music server and with hard drives, a music server able to rip my CDs, of course. And the other idea was realizing a very high quality system. And to do that, my idea was to place analog components in the speaker cabinet or just near the speaker cabinet, so that I have very short analog cables which are not good for sound, as everyone knows, and so to keep digital music as long as possible. So I put digital channel converters and amplifiers just near the speakers, and so I separated the left and right channels to do that. And one question arises: how can I communicate in a digital way to these 2 boxes? And if possible, by removing the cables. So
back then it was pretty hard.
And that's why I chose PLC communication technology. Because finally I am not a battery powered system. I have a power system powered by the mains, so I can use the cables in the mains to provide power, but also to provide the digital link between the receiver and the music server.
Even voor de lezers, PLC staat voor Powerline Communication. Het zijn homeplugs en Soledge gebruikt Devolo homeplugs. You use Devolo?
Yes, Devolo modules, in fact.
Modules.
Industrial modules integrated.
So you communicate via the mains, dus het lichtnet in het huis. Alright. That's pretty inventive, because you don't see that often.
We are allowed to propose PLC communication between other devices, and moreover, we are allowed to separate left and right channels. This is our big difference to the market. And it's very interesting because you can also propose amplified speakers with all the electronics parts in it, and just a power cord.
That's pretty awesome. Then you can virtually go wireless, because you still need, of course, power to the speakers. But wow, that's really a nice feature. But in 8 years ago, high-res virtually didn't exist.
No, high-res.
But you support high-res.
iPad didn't exist also. So that's why I designed Maestro as a music server with a touchscreen, this size, which was very new.
That's pretty big.
It's 8 and 4 inches, so it's a big
display.
A little bigger than the mini iPad. And so at that time it was quite new to have a touchscreen and a touchscreen on an Hi-Fi system. So we were the first to propose this kind of products, and in the beginning the system was seen as a whole system. You need Maestro music server and you need tenor network amplifiers to realize the system. After that, iPads came along, so we decided to propose remote control applications for iOS but Android, to be able to control your maestro remotely, because using PLC for communication opened the multi-room system without any difficulties. You can have an amplifier in your bedroom and another amplifier in your living room. Yeah. So having several rooms needs several interfaces. So tablets were the product perfect to do that.
Yeah, to communicate with it.
Exactly.
Start songs and stuff.
Exactly. In the room you are, you can have your tablet and control the room you are.
Yeah.
So we provide new software release to provide this remote control application.
Hardware remains the same.
Yeah.
No different hardware.
No.
Nothing. So it's an FPGA you use, probably.
No, it's a microprocessor, the same type used in iPads. In
ARM.
It's an ARM processor.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have to have fans, to cool down the processor, so no noise, and we don't need much power. And from a consumption point of view, we didn't want to make energy. Not an energy efficient system, so we decided to use a very small processor.
So it's also green.
It's a green product.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And so iPad came, so we proposed a remote control application also for computers and Macs, so working on Android and OS X.
Desktop apps.
Yeah, right. And sometimes later, Apple just released AirPlay protocol. So it was very interesting for us because we were thinking of modifying our products to make them independent. Yeah. So being able to use Maestro as a standalone machine, replacing CD transport or CD players.
Yeah.
And on the other side, using Tenor as just a network amplifier, being able to play music coming from another device than Maestro.
Yeah.
So we developed a new software release again with AirPlay compatibility and also DLNA compatibility. So that way we can propose to use only one tenor, for instance, without any music server, to stream music from your iPad or your computer or your smartphone. So it's completely open system.
That's pretty awesome. So you only need a tenor and you can play.
Yeah, a pair of speaker and you can stream directly over it.
You said the tenor can play in stereo. It can play in mono. You can bridge it.
Yeah.
What's the power you provide for a speaker, and can it handle heavy loads, for example?
Yeah. So tenor was designed from the beginning as a high-end audio amplifier. Yeah. So we just choose to use traditional technology.
Class AB.
Yeah, Class AB amplifier with bipolar transistors and toroid transformers and so on. Oh, so wow. All the traditional required components for high-end audio. And all the network part and digital to analog converter part of our receivers are able to deal with two channels. Yeah. So we propose tenor 160 and tenor 260. The only difference is that one only have one power stage and the other have two power stages. Yeah. So 160, the 60 being 60 watts in 8 ohms, and we have 100 watts in 4 ohms. So
it's enough.
It's enough, yeah. And we are able to drive low loads. This is very important. Watts, only watts, it's not enough to know if it's very powerful. You need to have big current transistor and the output to be able to drive small loads. And that is finally what is perceived as powerful or not.
Dynamic, involving, that's stability. It's not the watts. Yeah, all right.
It's more current than the watts. And so if you have tenor 160, you only have one power stage. So you need to have two tenor to have a stereo configuration.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you use tenor 260, so you have two power stages. So you can have only one in stereo mode to drive a pair of speakers.
All right.
Or you can use two in the dual mono configuration. And in that case, you can configure each tenor to be in a B amplification mode. That means that on the two outputs you have a left and left, and on the side right and right. So you can have B amplification. And you can also configure them in bridge mode. And so in that case, you have left and minus left signal, the opposite signal.
Yeah.
And you plug the speaker between the two hot points to read the banana plugs, you know.
Oh, okay.
And you have 200 watts without any modification on the hardware finally.
That's a lot of power.
That's most of the time enough power.
It's
Unless
enough.
you have a very fat speaker, but normally it's plenty of power. So it's really enough. And when I speak of dual mono configuration, I don't explain what technology is required for that to work correctly.
Yeah.
Because in traditional hi-fi system, you have dual mono configuration is only done at the power stage, which is all analog. So there's no technical problem to do that.
You do it digitally.
Yeah, we separated the DAC in two finally, and it was never done before. So we have two independent DACs, and a DAC means a crystal with a special frequency, and two crystals are not exactly the same. No. So if we don't do anything, music is not coming out at the same speed from the speakers.
Ooh.
And it's just like, you know,
like in a big church. Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Yeah, I know the phenomenon. Yeah, it's horrible.
It's horrible. It's not hi-fi.
No, that's not really hi-fi.
So we need to develop a special technology which we patented, and that's why it took us 4 years before we created the company.
Yeah, that's really hard to do. I spoke to a lot of developers about this specific problem, and they all say, man, it's a headache.
Because it's not only synchronization, meaning time problem, it's also a frequency problem, and so phase. And so to do that, you need to change the frequency in each receiver. So you need a mix of hardware and software to be able to know the differences in frequency between each receiver.
And compensate for that. But increasing or decreasing the speed of the crystal finally. So that's why we talk about synchronization and syntonization, which means we have the same time everywhere and the same frequency. And in that way, we are able to propose a system which is capable of respecting the stereo effect. Well, I heard it in the other room.
Yeah.
And it's excellent.
Thank you.
And I haven't heard that level in bi-amping via streaming, well, PLC in this case, and well, compliments.
Yeah, it was quite hard to do, but I think we managed to do it.
You did a good job. I think this is enough about Soledge. Thank you very much for your time, and we're going to enjoy the music in the other room.
Have some listening sessions.
Dank u wel weer voor het kijken. Tot de volgende keer. Thanks.